can be heard. Notifications, sounds and devices, adjust microphone level. Mic check, pee touch. Alright, good. So, I didn't get the greatest replay analysis fucking last night when I was doing our initial replay analysis because I had to whisper for most of it and I was distracted for part of it and tired for another part. So I figured I'll do one more. I'm not doing that last one again because it's my second time doing it. The first time I accidentally broadcasted with the whole sound completely, my mic muted. And I realized at the end of my entire casting is muted and I put a lot of effort into it and I was like, fuck. So kind of half-assed the second one. I'll do better on this one though. Yeah. Let's go ahead and hit replay or review number 2 here. All these replays are saved with, I should honestly put dates on them instead. I'm going to play them at half speed so that I can really see. Hi, Steve! Yes, by the way, I do want you to teach me the ways of the fart toot, and I will teach you the ways of the Rocket League. It'll be a better cast this time now that everybody's awake and I'm not having to whisper and shit. Anywho, I want to get right into flying, and we'll see how we adjusted our kickoff from the very start here. So, as I was speaking of before, we should have person closest to the ball play / kickoff player go for the cheat, while the defending player goes for boost or sits in net. Preferably, it would probably be boost though, because there's a couple ways this ball could punch. If I cheat up, and I cheat up safely here instead of being an idiot like I often am and wave dash and shit, then I should be in a safe space. Again, a safe cheat would be from this pad to that pad in a triangular range outwards. So sort of think of it like a fan, or about, you know, in between this pad and that pad, but only about to the maximum of this this arrow right here, or over to that pad if I go into that direction. Anywhere in that sort of fan of a range is a good cheat. Anything past it is idiotic, and I do that a lot, and I really need to fix that. But I have coverage of the right side doing that. Magic has kickoff, and Ghost should preferably go for back boost. And when you go for back boost, as I was saying in the last video, absolutely do not come out this way and then turn up the field. Because if the ball punches out this way, again, I'll cover that before I start the thing, now they can actually hear me. If the ball punches out, rolls up the wall this way, then you're already turned up in an awkward spot, and your first instinct, since you're already awkwardly positioned to the ball rolling up to the left, you're probably not going to get there before somebody else does, you know, like having to cut from the boost right up this way if you're already turned and facing where Magic's car is, facing this line. Because you've come in and grabbed the boost and cut this way, you're badly positioned for it rolling up the wall. You're probably not going to get there before one of their players does, and you're certainly going to have a troubled time getting back. Now, mostly, I think Ghost has been the person to cheat most. Magic has a tendency of getting boost, but mostly we've had bad kickoff strats because of some minute things, and one of those minute but very impactful things is that if you turn out this way, Ghost does it a lot, and come out this way, then you'll have to figure 8 back around to get back post, or even, you know, you'll have to come out, not figure 8, but circle around all the way this way, come back around, rotate post, and be there. That's just unnecessary. It wastes a lot of time, a lot of boost, probably get you gold on, probably get you out of position for sure, and probably end up bumping your teammates if you have to go all the way around to stop a ball from all the way over there. What you want to do is, if you're coming out for boost, grab this pad, gun it this way, pick up the boost, and then now you're turned into the corner here. So if the ball does roll up the wall, you're already here. You can go up the wall after it and smack it off that way. If not, and it's a little too fast for you and it goes over your head, you're already back. You're turning up the wall this way and knocking it off. If you have to, you probably don't, but at the very, very least, you're grabbing this, you know, and then you're back post and out of everybody's rotational way coming off the kickoff here. You always want to turn inward unless you see the play 100% develop where the ball punches and goes towards their side of the field. and then you can sort of pick up from here and carry on that way, which you still shouldn't do, because if I'm cutting up here, if I'm going upfield and you're picking up boost, then your cut, if you see it going upfield, should be on that dotted line toward magic. I actually like this field a lot. It helps me showcase some of the directions I'm talking about and the spacing. So it even has like little circles around people kicking off. It's nice. So yeah, if you pick up the boost here and the ball kicks out that way, you know, you're gonna want to go up this way, because I'm already gonna be up the middle and, you know, rotating in sort of after Magic's touch, which should put me, if it goes up towards this side, right across the field here, and put him more than likely rotating out this way somewhere, out to the right. So that should be me up the field, and then on the ball somewhere that way, and then Ghost right behind me in a this way direction, again, like right about to where this leads up to where Magic is, so that way he has time on this dotted line to figure out if I'm gonna, you know, get beat this way, or get beat this way, or win the ball this way, or win the ball that way, and he can rotate accordingly. Magic can go back, recover boost, be defending behind Ghost in a coverage where he doesn't have coverage. So, you know, that just basically means if Ghost has seen the ball punch out that way and I win the ball, then he can come swoop in. You know, when I'm getting ready to rotate out, I've made my touch, Ghost is ready to swoop in from this little dotted line over Heather this way. I'm ready to receive it somewhere midfield, and Magic has received boost probably back here at this point, and then he's, you know, rotating in to get coverage on the backside now, where I'm rotating in from that side, picking up, and then I'll take coverage on this side, and then that's how good rotations should go. That's a lot to think, think ahead about, but it just goes to show you, you know, it's also a strategic game. It's strategic in that, like, you'll win a lot more games, or depending on, you know, how things play out, you'll lose a lot more games, depending on how you read the game, how you understand rotation, and how you apply these strategies. Of course, mechanics is a part of it, but as I was saying in one of my other videos, you really got to have a good synergy, you got to have great comms, and you have to have excellent understanding of reading the game, and you know, knowing rotation and game sense in general if you're going to improve to anywhere beyond mid-level being diamond. I wouldn't say I have all those things down packed. I'd say I have them pretty good. I have them average for a dude who has 3 kids and doesn't put a lot of practice into the game. And that's why I sit at champ these days. But if you hope to get better, you really have to improve on what seem like minuscule things, because minor changes make big differences. And that's what I was trying to point out in my last video. Again, it was pretty quiet though, so. But anyways, moving forward, that's what should happen. I should cheat up here. Magic should be going for the kickoff. Ghost should be going for boost, and if, you know, the ball punches out that way and Ghost rotates incorrectly, then he can pick up the boost, rotate in, be back post and ready to receive it here. Magic can be picking up the boost there, and I can be recovering or frickin' headed towards the ball, the play that way, if I'm the cheater. Good, good. Let's see what happens. Once again, I'm an idiot right here, and I wave dash, and I shouldn't. That takes me way past the safe marker. Like, takes me all the way damn near to the friggin' where the kickoff happened, and it gives me a really hard time of turning around to get this. I 100% recognize I shouldn't be doing this, but as I was trying to state before, it's kind of, to me, I think it's like an ego thing. My error in my ways is I don't expect the people that I'm playing with when I'm playing with like Ghost and Magic and my like lower ranked friends to be as good as my typical lobbies. So I'm like, oh, these guys are gonna fuck up the kickoff. This is gonna be like really easy. This is blah 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 blah. I can beat these guys. It doesn't matter if I push up this far. And that's something I really have to unlearn. I have to play properly, and that would honestly give us all a lot easier time if I played correctly. I don't know how the hell I missed the boost like a fucking nub there. And then I reversed around for it like a fucking idiot. But thank goodness Ghost is ready. I think he... Let's see. Wait. Ghost doesn't go for boost until it's pretty late. Where the hell's the boost? Why does it not show the boost? Yeah, he doesn't go for boost until it's pretty late. He risks getting demoed here, honestly. So very narrowly. Like, if he doesn't touch that ball, that's probably a goal, because Bumpy Johnson, Gady, lands pretty much right on it. I think he would have landed. He would actually played that well to 50 that over Ghost. So knowing that Bumpy has good reading, good mechanics like that, I would say that he would probably have read Ghost getting bumped there, and then adjusted his car to catch that hit, and then tuck it in the corner, and that would have been a goal. Luckily, Ghost didn't get himself demoed, but he should have gone for boost initially instead of waiting. Not only that, he should have rotated inward, because now that I'm an idiot and missed the boost, and even if I had gotten the boost, I don't think it would have really mattered. Maybe it would have. Let's see. Fucking camera. Let's see. Yeah, I would have probably not gotten there before it bounced out. Ghost would have already been grabbing the boost, and it punched out kind of mid, not towards their net, so again, the safe bet would have been to turn inward. To have grabbed this from the get-go, then turn back up. And then, you know, he would have hit that, but Ghost already would have been turned around as it was being hit, and as it was being hit, his car probably would have been positioned somewhere here. So it either would have been on net or where Johnson would have smacked it, but it more than likely wouldn't have had a favorable 50 like he has going on right now. Ghost could have just flipped his car to the right, rotating like a rightward directional sort of flip while hitting the ball and 50ing it here, and it more than likely would have pinched out in that direction. As far as Magic goes from the kickoff, because he was the kicking off person, the adjustment, let's see the adjustment he could have made. He goes out from kickoff, goes a little far right, maybe ambitiously trying to pick up the demo. I would assume that maybe is what he saw. Saw Bumpy Johnson over here, went a little too far out right. Could have just landed and immediately cut right into the pad, then into the boost. He does still pick up the boost, which is good. I am an idiot. We already went over that. I fucked up from the get-go. From my wave dash to missing the boost, I've just completely screwed everything up on my end, so it's up to them. It's my own fault. I shouldn't be leaving my teammates in that position. It's a favorable 50 for them. Ghost did a good job, though, with what he had. Now he's back in net, and Magic has now hit the ball. Once you've got that 50, though, Ghost, what you're going to want to do after you land here is you're on all four wheels, and Magic's already headed back this way. So he is the one that's going to be able to receive that save there, and you're going to want to like get out of his way as quickly as possible. So instead of driving straight into the trajectory that he would, you're going to immediately want to turn from your landing. When you land, you're going to want to always hold power slide when you land, at least for a split second too, so that way you can make these adjustments. You're going to want to land and turn. Your wheels are already pointed that way, so that's where you should be going, and you should continue going. You're going to want to turn into the corner here, get out of Magic's way so he can jump over your head, maybe get a little bit more space to approach the ball before he makes his jump and doesn't hit you, so he has an accurate setup and a little bit more time to hit the ball. So you're going to want to come in here and then be out, maybe cut deep in and just sort of poke your head out a little bit here so you can be ready for what comes. I should be rotating, try and get that guy bumped so that way he doesn't have a counterattack play to make. I don't really know what the hell I was doing, like a fucking nub. I don't know how the hell I got rid of this thing either. I didn't want to get rid of the... Shit, dude. Hang on. Replay FX menu. What the fuck? How do I get the... Pause tab, speed menu, hold, toggle UI. Oh, okay. That's what I wanted. I want to go on my perspective right quick. Kick your ass. And I wanted to go... Shit. player view. Let's see. Alright. There is no reason... Here we were in the game. This is after I picked up the boost. I should be rotating that way. I should not have cut here, I don't think. Let me see. Yeah. Ghostly 50s. Magic's got the touch. I should have tried to... Where am I? I should have tried to go for this bump. I should have either let him bump me or tried to go for it, because now Bumpy Johnson has a good opportunity to just punch it back out to his teammates, either back pass or mid hit, and then Ghost isn't really ready for that. And then because I didn't bump him and I didn't go for the bump or create myself as a sacrifice, I'm pretty sure, yeah, it would have been more ideal to have Ghost push up instead of me cut here. I should have said I was cutting. Ghost now has to... He did the right thing. He pushed up. I cut, though. I should have called that I was cutting if I was cutting. But Ghost did the right thing. He pushed up, but now because I cut, he's kind of in no man's land, and I didn't make the challenge here. I didn't realize that... I don't know. Yeah, this is pretty much like I said. I'm pretty sure what Johnson receives it, right? Yeah, Johnson receives it. He honestly should have left that for his teammate, but you know, I saw that. I should have at least called not me. You know, that's poor communication. That whole play there developed because I didn't really say anything and allow it to develop. If I had continued to go back and Ghost had pushed out, he would have been able to make the challenge, at least get in the guy's face, and I could have been ready for the pop. And that's what like we try to avoid, right? We're scared of things being popped towards our net, and we're scared of it being hit on our side of the field, so we make like bad plays. But we really just got to make smart plays. And it's fine if we go for a, you know, if I let Ghost push up where I should have, right here, instead of cutting him off, because Ghost could have been here and then jumping up in the air to try and get in the face of Bumpy, and I would have been back with plenty of time, back corner boost over here, or back corner post here, and Ghost could have made the challenge, got in his face, and I should have stayed on the ground, not got on the wall like a nub. But I was thinking maybe he would have hit it high, and you know, that was my thought process. If he hit it high, I was on the back wall to go up it. But then if he hits it low like he's about to, and Ghost misses that, we're screwed. So Ghost does a good job here. He 50s it like he should. Magic rotates out. Honestly though, right here on the wall, I should have called I had it, probably. Or Magic should have called he had it. And he probably should have left, or he should have called he had the demo. He should have called something, and I should have called something, and you know, I could have probably not turned and then just sort of like wiggled this way and then wiggled back up if he had a call out or if I saw that he was bumping. Communication, constant, has to be constant, has to be accurate, has to be concise and short and understandable. Otherwise, you know, you're kind of out here floundering for yourself and you gotta improve on your own. And that's like no different than playing with randos, so. That's not what we aim to do here, fellers. Alright. There was no reason for me, I don't think, to go up the wall here, unless I thought maybe that JF was getting a beat on Ghost. But at that point where it was going as fast as it was and hadn't really developed yet, I shouldn't have gone up the wall. I should have just kind of cut in, taken the boost, and gone up this way a little more, and waited for it to develop instead of like rushing it. I completely mispositioned myself. If that was slightly more to the left, I would have gone in, it would have been entirely my fault. No need for me to be pushing up with Magic here. I should have been cut in, rotated behind him. He should have called, he had it. No need for Ghost to be where he is either. Ghost coming in the way he is should have been, he should have made a beeline straight for the wall. I should have gone straight across the net, and then it would have been hit across the net and behind him, and Ghost would have been back net, so we would have had a Ghost have turned right here covering this side, me have turned right here covering this side, Magic covering the middle. But instead, we're all kind of bunched up, and that's not a good hit, even though I'm back for it. Like, it's just dangerous, and that's why, because that can develop, and if that guy had had a better shot, that was a goal. And that, again, was something that was partially my fault, if not entirely my fault. Magic sort of gives, it looks like he might have sort of like give up on the play here. I don't really know why. Maybe he thought it was in, or maybe he was just readjusting his speed. But he was the first back. It's good to, at this point, let's see. We didn't talk about, where is it? Okay. So now that we have made this decision, Ghost cuts across. Ghost not gonna be able to get that. Honestly, at this point, you should have seen that it was about to get beat or 50'd for Magic, and you couldn't really make a play on the ball at this point unless you sharply turned left at that exact instant. But it would have been probably the better play, honestly, instead of just turning up at all to come out and then go back at this point, and then I could have made the attempt, because you just, for whatever reason, you went right up the field with it. You cut across the play, kind of got in the way here, and then you went straight up the field and continued for a decent amount of time before you turned around. So now you guys are both over there and I'm solo, and I definitely almost got completely fucked because I could not read that whatsoever, because I'm trash. So I made the touch, Ghost makes it back, he let Magic go in front of him because Magic was in front of him, so that's fine. Magic should have been pushing like a little more across the goal line here so that we could grab the boost and be up the wall. Now he's grabbing it and retreating. Shouldn't have been, because that guy just took his time with it. Now it's best for Ghost to go. My rotation's as good as it can be at the moment now, because now Ghost is going, I'm ready to go next, and Magic should be coming back into net. No reason for him to be coming out. Magic shouldn't be coming off the wall right there unless you call it. And even then, I wouldn't risk doing that, because you have to come off the wall, hope to time your jump right where you don't get suction to the ground or misflip, and then hit the ball. I'm already positioned here in net, you should just let me go up and at it. I would have gotten there a lot faster, and you wasted so much boost doing that only to get dunked on anyway. And then I'm kind of out of position here because I pushed up out of the net, so I gotta do my best to rotate back in. And Ghost already did his part as a challenger after the touch, right? That was his touch after your touch, because he was next man on the ball and I was supposed to be in net, and then it was supposed to be my touch and you were supposed to be back in net. So Ghost did his part, he touched it, I was supposed to go. You cut the rotation there, so now I gotta retreat back and try and make an early touch. I should have challenged that. I don't know why I didn't. I had cut, it bounced, I had so much time to read that and take it. I don't know why I made the call that I did. Absolutely foolish of me. Completely stupid. And then Ghost was... Or how the hell did you get all the way over there, Magic? So you hit the ball, you missed it. Ghost should have been rotating in a fashion after he landed that put him going back to net, not across like this, although I'm not really sure if he saw the demo attempt, or the demo opportunity rather. He lands, ball goes over his head, should have taken it off when he landed or as he was landing and then flicked it back on, but he should have had, he should have seen that when he landed here, Ghost lands. He should have cut no farther than right here to this pad, and then moved along the dotted line, because that, even if he doesn't really see me, if he has to take his ball cam off for a second, he doesn't see me on the right, he doesn't want to risk running into me. That ball is still going this way after he hit that, right? So he sees that the ball gets hit over his head, and at this point he can't really see me. Well, he can, okay, so he can see me. Even if he took his ball cam off, though, he probably wouldn't be able to see me. But while he's still in the air and he has his ball cam on, like at this point, he still sees the ball, He sees me in the right-hand corner, and at this point, he knows the ball's going over his head. So this is a good time to flick his cam off as soon as that guy touches the ball to see what's in front of him. Because he can't do anything about this play developing in his head, or in front of his face, so there's no reason to have, at this exact moment, at least for the entire duration, his ball cam on, because it's going to screw up his view and, like, it's going to fuck with you. What he should be doing is taking his ball cam off real quick. Even if he doesn't see me, he'll see what's in front of him, and what's in front of him is a demo opportunity, if nothing else, to align himself to come directly this way and grab this pad, and then he can, you know, put ball cam on again if he wants, or he can leave it off. Again, at this exact moment, it wouldn't be too bad to have it off. If he flicked his camera off at this point and he saw that guy coming this way, maybe he could just, like, you know, this is what I would do, is I would tap ball cam on again at this point after I picked up the pad, and off again to see which way that guy had gone. And after seeing he'd gone this way, I'd leave it off for a second, pick up the demo, and probably go probably figure out where to go from there. But, you know, really switching your camera is a huge deal. You really got to learn how to work it, and work it efficiently, and know when how. As soon as you're out of the touch and you see that ball going over your head, you're gonna probably want to take your cam off and hold your, at least tap and hold until you land your air roll / drift button to make a recoverable landing. And then immediately flick your ball cam probably back on again, so you can see where it's going. And, like, again, if you see while your ball cam is off in that split instance that somebody is in front of you, what I would do is, like, once you flicked it back on and you come over and grab this pad, flick it off just to see which way he went, to see if he's in front of you in any way, and then, you know, decide from there what you're going to do. Again, I would go for the demo, but the safe bet at this point, no way you should be going across all the way. This guy is probably going to demo you, or at least bump you, maybe, if you do choose to go the, what I would normally dub the safe route, which is you would grab this pad, this one, you know, and then be here, cut in, or, you know, even if you did a little bit of deep cut, you'd be sort of like at least right here, but, you know, hit the brakes a little bit and drift into being in position across the goal line here. But going all the way around here is dangerous, can take you all the way out of the play. That play is going to develop far before you get there. That should have been a goal from them, still should be a goal, still should be a goal, that should have been a goal the whole way through. And then you've, like, pretty much wasted your boost from what I can see from when you landed. Let's see. Yeah, you boost where you jump, and then you boost, and you waste that boost, and you waste that, or you don't waste that, you hold that pad, but then you waste it trying to, like, U-turn back around in position here. So, we'll go over here to Magic. He's still recovering, he's not going to be in the play anytime soon. From here, I've done what I could on the ball. Again, idiotic choice, I know what I should have done, I already covered that. But now that I have done that, I should be cutting in, and Ghost should be able to have drifted that sooner and cut in and challenged it, and I should be on the back post waiting. Instead, for no reason, I'm chasing like an idiot. Magic's still not in the play, but he picks up a demo. It's pretty good coming back from how far he was. It's about the best play he could probably make defensively, given that he was so far away. Ghost gets the touch. I am close enough to follow it up, and that's a tendency thing, right? That's something that's not ideal, but I'm used to us doing. I shouldn't say I'm used to doing to, like, make up for you guys being dog shit. No, I'm used to us doing because I'm used to how we play, and all together we need to play better. I'm chasing here because I don't expect a great touch, but I expect a touch and that it's a soft one and that I can pick up on it. And I don't see that anybody else can get there really before me. And so that's what I go for, instead of you going for it and trusting that you have it and then, you know, like rotating appropriately behind you. I'm a nub and I do that, and then, you know, you didn't follow it up and through. You had to come back for a boost. So it is what it is. Now Magic's done what he's done. That makes him the second man. I'm already established myself forward like a nub. And Ghost, you should, from this point, just come back here and rotate in goal. In, out, ready for the save, if necessary, or at least ready for position to push up the field. You guys are cutting each other off here. So this should be eye touch, Magic follow, is ready, not too far, like no reason for you to peel out like that. I'll check your POV just because, but I'm on the play here. You should be turning a little bit sooner, sharper left, so that way you're a little more in line with what's going to happen. And then, you know, that comes to that. So, yeah. Let's see. What I was trying to say here is Magic, you should be turning right now at that pad. You should be grabbing this pad, and you should be sort of following the path of this other pad here. And then, you know, you could be ready to at least get in this guy's face. I do 50 this here, and my momentum's kind of carrying me forward, so I could try and drift left, but I think that I expect you to be where you should be, and this is how it should sort of happen. I think when I land, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not entirely sure what the better quote-unquote play would be between me like trying to get up in this guy's face and having you try and get up in his face, but I feel as though like the overall better play is if you were positioned a little bit better. You could have been right here and ready for it on top of this pad, and this guy just popped it up, and then, you know, even as he was rolling it toward you, if you didn't really know if he was gonna pop it up or roll it, you could have like tried to like pre-jump maybe, or go for the demo at the very least. You know, if he pops it up and you're not confident you can pop up to that ball, then what I would do if I was in this position, I'd miss the ball or drive hard and try and jump and time it to meet him, connect with him, at least pop him off of it. I landed kind of to the right, so the best play here is to try and take their boost away from them and rotate outward. But I didn't do that, did I? I didn't rotate outward. I mean, I guess it's not terrible if I'm rotating this way if I'm trying to pick up a demo, but I wasn't really going to get there before they all scattered and cleared like they just did. Had I rotated the way I usually would, which I'm not entirely sure if it's the ideal, but it feels to me like it's the ideal way to get out of the way of what could happen in the midfield. And seeing that the ball was being hit that way, try and kind of like sneak up on whoever's ready in the back, knowing that they'll probably try and like read you on the wall. Should have gone this way, and then I would have been able to probably pick him up as a demo. But anyways, you cut Ghost off out here in the field when you were doing that rotation, and yeah, here's that like really unnecessarily wide rotation. Could have had the follow up there. Ghost was demoed, so he was going to spawn before the ball got back. Then Ghost could have cut a little more up instead of going really far wide to try and avoid you here. He has to go way out of the way. He could have been here in the center, and you know, while you were pushed up right here, you might have not have had time to react to that pop right there like that. But if Ghost had had the clearance and the opportunity to get hooked into where he needed to be, he would have been about, let's see, about right here, and he could have seen that. And if his nose is pointed where it should be, and right here, he could have been up for the aerial and easily smacked that back down into the corner. So actually seeing things from that perspective, seeing how they should have been in rotation, I guess I did technically rotate outright, I think, if things were to play out the ideal way, because I would be going out to the midfield to rotate instead of given what Ghost's position probably would have been right here. Let's see. Ghost position should have been right about here, because magic would have been pushed up pretty close. And then, yeah, I think his only touch would have been able to knock it over this way to the right side, and then I would have been away from that so I didn't accidentally hit it. So, but we'll see how things develop now. It's a good catch. Ghost rotates in behind. Little too hard on your power drift there, my good man, but otherwise not bad. You did a good. You were forced to go out this way. It was a good thing to come out. Could have collected as much as you could for pads, and then just sort of don't be afraid to make it a little bit wider so you can just sort of be a little more parallel with how this is going to come. And if not, the way you did it was fine. Just hold it a little less hard. What the fuck? What the fuck? Hold it a little less hard, so that way you can stop right about here. Be facing the ball. You don't want to be all the way in there and then out like you just were, because, I mean, granted, you got the touch now. That's good and all. Also, something I want to point out, something that gets us gold on quite frequently. Never ever do this, what Magic is about to do. Me, you, Ghost, we all do it. None of us should ever be doing it. I wouldn't even recommend, unless you have immaculate wall control, that you do it over the backboard either. Don't ever try and take this ball across net like this. Put it in the danger zone. It will get you gold on 90% of the time. That's not even an exaggeration. Like 90% of the time, you try and do what he just did and take the ball across the net here. Magic's positioned right about here. They're not ready for it, and that's probably because they're reading Ghost touching it before him. But say he didn't, those guys were more than likely ready like vultures for him to take that across the net and smash it in. My ass was turned away from that. Let's say Ghost just wasn't there and ready for it. Something happened to him, he got demoed, I don't know. But you took that across the net, Magic, and they were going to absolutely score on you. Never do that. I do it every once in a while to go up and over the backboard, but that you have to have great control, and even I still try and avoid that because I don't like doing it. It will get you gold on so frequently. Like, never ever do that. You had time on the wall, if Ghost wasn't here, to make a turn and then come off the wall and turn back, like with a sharp drift, to put yourself in position. But if you had to, never ever hit it toward or across the net, unless, you know, they're both coming, all three of them are coming from that way, and, you know, the clear space is that way. Obviously hit the ball into space. Still probably really bad idea, because they could come here fast enough to crash, but, you know, it's just more of the time than not a terrible idea. You shouldn't do it. You obviously should be right here too, paying attention to your perspective. Seeing that I'm out in the midfield. Let's see, when did you last see Ghost in your camera here? So he's demoed, you're coming back, you don't know where he spawns, I get it. You should do a quick camera check. If nothing else, you should do like a call out. Ghost should do a call out to where he spawned. That's the ideal thing, is to call out where you've spawned when you've been demoed. So that way, in a situation where Magic's keeping an eye on the ball, he knows where to go. If I was playing against randos though, or with randos, Magic, what I would do if I were you, oh wait, no, you do see him at that point, so no, it's not even a problem. You see him behind you at that point, so you know he's there. Yeah, you gotta just leave that to him. You just gotta let him call that out, and Ghost, you gotta call that out, and then you just gotta leave it alone. You shouldn't be trying to challenge this like this. It doesn't necessarily look like you tried to turn up for it, but still. The way things developed here. You were what? You were coming from, again, that touch where you should have gone up more. At this point, you didn't know where he was, I don't think, right? When did Ghost get demoed? Where the hell? Oh, so Ghost didn't get demoed at all, actually. So at this point, right here, you should have been able to see after the demo that Ghost was good, and you knew that that demo wasn't Ghost, so he's behind you. Yeah, so at this whole time right here, you should be rotating accordingly and trusting him, trusting that he's behind you, and being the second man. Once I touch that ball, I'm no longer the first man, you are. First man has to challenge. You can't be that far up and not challenge. That's, if you're that far committed, you're probably getting gold on if you are playing passive like that. Ghost is behind you. You should have let him have that ball, and he should have called it out, because then that develops into where it just did. Now you're in the corner. Now you're not quite sure where he is, but he's still behind you, and you should still be letting him have it. And you should have just let him touch it right off the wall here without risking trying to hit it the way you did. So Ghost has made his touch on it. Now, Magic, you have come across the net here, and you still got eyes on the ball, so you probably don't know that I am over here, and I'm over there because why? How should I have rotated in? I was up here making my play, came across the field. I should have rotated not that way. I don't know why I was trying to... I think I was trying to... Saw the ball coming awkwardly across. I didn't think that Maldice was going to get a touch on it. But I saw that Bumpy was, so I was going to try and take him out of the equation. Honestly, though, there were two players there. If Bumpy didn't get it, JB would have, so I should have not played for that. I should have played it more intelligently. Seeing that they had pushed up the way they did, probably somebody was going to get it. I should have come all the way out here and grabbed boost and then just been ready. That's what I should have done. Instead, now I've done that stupid thing. Now I'm cutting all the way back. My rotation is as good as it can be from here. And because Magic's commitment, he didn't really know where to rotate. Now I don't want to get in Magic's way because I think he's rotating in. You think I'm rotating in because you're here in my car. So now we're all kind of a clusterfuck. You did a good job challenging it though. You've made your hit. Now I'm first man. Ghost is going to be rotating back. Magic should be rotating back for third man. Or at the very least calling out that he's still following. One more. And then I should be saying that, well, I should have challenged that, I think, right? As Magic made his touch, right? That was Magic's touch, was it not? It was, okay. Follow it, I follow it. Okay, I could have let Magic have that. It could have been like on the sidewall a little more. Could have gone up and off the wall after it. Could have also played it intelligent and safe and turned back. But it is what it is. I'm going to try to get out of the way. Honestly, given the way that things did play out, I should have gone up the wall after it so I didn't get in Ghost's way. And then he would have just been ready for what happened next. But that would have left him alone, and I don't know. I guess I didn't have as much trust as I should have been. And that's what I would like to change. Because I should have gone up the wall after it, challenged it, let Ghost develop what he wanted to do from there. He almost got demoed. He does well. I try to get out of his way. It's the most I can do. I hop off the wall into position in time to try and let Magic have enough space to get behind me, because I'm going to be in position before he is. I should be... Let's see. Ghost has made the hit. Landed awkward on the wall. Your best case scenario here, once you hit this, if you land awkwardly on the wall like that, try and drive just straight. Instead of turning a direction, just let your car drive completely straight, because if you would have just drove straight up, you would have hit it again. It's okay though, you know, no big deal. But you're gonna want to turn after that. Not. Let's see. You still had enough time to correct it a little bit. You didn't know he was coming behind you though. He could have come in and hit that, and then you should have gone back, and I should have gone forward. But where you did see him hit it and you were there, you should have. I don't know. I can't say that you shouldn't have chased it. I could see if you would have hit it, it would have been beneficial, but you weren't able to, and that's because you were all kinds of positioned weird. So, you know, probably just call off of it, or I'll call you off of it. I should have, and let me take it. Magic would have been in behind me in time. Magic does good picking it up here, although again, I should have been the one to challenge there, and you should have backed off probably where you were like scrambling on the wall. And then Magic's got the hit here, so where I've already backed off from your touch and it's gone over my head. I wasn't sure where it was going. Magic should have called that. I probably wouldn't have backed off if he said he had it. And then I probably would have been able to follow up. But I did back off because, I don't know, I thought in my head that if it got beat, that somehow I was going to get back to it. I don't think that I would have. I don't think I would have gotten back to it. But, alright. You do a good job rotating out of the way, at least, Ghost. Coming back in. You curve into pretty much exactly the right position. That's good on you. I should have been up further because I should have been challenging. I am in front of you, though. Just let me chow. You do. That's good. That wouldn't have been bad if you picked up the boost. It's not bad what you chose to do, either. Your positioning's still good. Still been pretty good. My positioning was complete dog shit there. I should have... Not even my positioning was all that bad necessarily. My positioning was kind of fine, but I don't know what the fuck I just did with this jump. Like, look at that flop. I didn't try to freaking hold boost. I didn't fast aerial. I did nothing. That was idiotic of me. I put you in a precarious position because you pushed up expecting that I would do something and I didn't. And you just tried to go for it. I don't necessarily think you pushed up too ambitiously, but when I missed the ball here, you should have immediately just backed off. Because there is a high likelihood that they're beating you to that ball, and they do. Pretty easily, too. So, as soon as I missed the ball, you know, no shame in killing the attack, just to be safe. Coming back and rotating in for defense. You would have been here, and then come back, and either you would have... I think ideally what you should have done, is if you were playing that a little more... let's say properly, is if you had turned right here and you saw that I was beat to it, you'd gone back and then you would have been curved in time for however the ball was coming, and then repositioned yourself accordingly. Of course, if you could half flip, then I would tell you half flip back this way and then curve in this way. But we're just kind of going with basic rotations right now. I'm not going to get wicked advanced with it, honestly. I'm just going with what I know everybody's capable of. So, he beats you to that ball. Magic, after you got your touch, what did you do with it? You got your touch, try to get out to me. You did what you could to get down. I should have hit that. You're already on your way back. Ghost should have been better positioned. Honestly, it wouldn't have been terrible for Ghost, instead of like curving all the way around for like a save or whatever, or be positioned for a save. If he had just curved right here when I missed the ball and been headed back, he would have had ball came on. He would have seen where it was going. He should have had ball came on. He could have come back this way, met it in the corner, up and out, and then oh no, wait. Well, that wasn't good. I'm sitting here talking all kinds of shit. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, it was. Okay. Wait. So that was Ghost that I was talking about. Okay, I think I actually do what I was trying to say Ghost should have done, sort of. When I whiffed the ball like a nincompoop. That would have been... Okay, so let's say they saved it anyways. Say that was played well and that was saved anyways. This would have been how it turned out, sort of anyways, except Ghostly was bad positioned. So mine was a mechanical miss error. Ghostly was just kind of bad positioned. Magic did what he could. He got the touch. he did what he could. He's headed back exactly like he should be. Let's say I went up for it and I actually hit it like I should have, and it got bounced out this way. Anyways, Ghost's position could have saved it from going the way it goes, but let's see how it does go. I think we do end up having to make a save. He could have taken that, cleared that out. Magic could have had the boost, rotated into the net, and or picked up the boost, and then while Ghostly was taking it up, Magic could have cut rotation right around here and just sort of turned straight and out to field while I was doing what I'm doing now, and I would have been heading back. Yeah, that would have been the ideal play, is if Ghost positioned himself the way he should have. Now that we're all in this position, Ghost could have come, collected the ball up and out. Magic's where he should be. He could have cut rotation here and gone out to midfield and started like sort of shadowing behind Ghost, waiting for a play. I could have been over here and collecting these boosts and be positioned where I inevitably end up being sort of positioned. I went a little far because I thought I had time. That is something, again, right, let's see it. Let's see the arc of it too. Yeah. That's, it's pretty far away from... My controller just died as I was trying to commentate. Son of a bitch. There we go. Anyway, it's pretty far away from, the net's crossbar there, but I wouldn't... I don't know, I still wouldn't really do what he just did. I don't think. Was that the best play that could have been made? I guess. But also, I mean, let's see. Bumpy's following it. He's faster than Magic. He should have continued to go and put pressure on Magic. Yeah, alright, so that's the best play he could have made, really. I mean, he probably would have continued to chase, and you would have had to follow him and do what you could to stop him. So, yeah, it is what it is. Ghost coming back, let's see. Ghost has committed, so he's going to take forever to get back now because of his deep, deep commitment. Honestly, Ghost should have been right up this guy's ass. He should have been trying to go for the kill here to prevent the shot from Maldives, because Maldives has the most dangerous position, the most dangerous angle from if Ghost had been up on him. He's probably going to need to slow down a bit, but he has the most advantageous angle here when he comes across right there, and he does actually hit the brakes. That would have been enough time to... He hit the brakes right about here. Now, if he'd been a good enough player with enough boost, as Magic was hitting that, he could have aerialed up, met it as it was coming out a little far away from Magic, like right here, right where this blue little arc is, and the corner of his car could have knocked it down. That could have been a goal. I was positioned for it if that were the case, but if he'd hit it like top bins here, I don't know. I'm not good enough to think I could have saved that. I could maybe have on a great day, but yeah, I don't know, man. That would have been a really fast, hard read to make, and I doubt that if he hit it even better, like over here, there's no way in hell I would have been able to save that. But, yeah, Ghost, you should have gone chase that guy. That was really the only play you could make this far away from the ball, was to just sort of be as defensively efficient as you can be by getting in this guy's business. You come straight out from where you were, and you just gone straight for him, you would have had the demo right here when he stopped boosting. That would have taken that possibility out, and he did end up getting the touch anyways, which puts it back into a danger zone, and I have to end up making the save, which I was not confident I was going to make, if I remember this save correctly. Yeah, I was pretty sure, especially with the way I took off kind of stupidly. Like here, I should not have rotated the way I did in midair. Like I rotate my car like a nub. Yeah, I was sure I was getting gold on for that stupid move of mine. That was something I could have fixed. So, you know, just food for thought there. That also, if you'd gone for that demo, would have allowed you up the middle rotation. That ball's coming across to the right. You could have just come into the net here, and then you would have been more positioned than I was for that. You probably could have made the easier save, called me off, and I would have had time to come into the net and get a little more safely positioned after that. So, that's what we could have done better there. Magic made the touch that he could make. I am... where the fuck? Oh. I made the touch again. It goes up. Magic's coming down. Ghost is coming in. Yeah, I think that's pretty much the only play you could make. Because the way you landed, right? You landed after that. Coming off the wall there. So you landed, you went up the wall. Yeah, it's not a bad idea at that point to cover the backboard if you think it's gonna we could get scored on. You're going a little bit too fast for that, and you shouldn't have cut down because the Ghost was already on flat footing there. You should have kind of just maybe like played for the backboard, but you didn't do badly necessarily. You read them, what I would say is correctly, and knew that you didn't need to go all the way up to backboard for that, so you came down off the wall, and then you went after that. I think Ghost could have gotten there maybe quicker than you did. He was coming across, but he was also more safely positioned, so I think the best thing that could have happened is what happened. Let me just check it one more time to make sure. Yeah. I mean... yeah, I don't know. No, Ghost should have challenged that, probably. I think that we would have had a better time if Ghost... Let me check his position real quick. Player view. That guy looks like he could beat me, so he's patient, It pinches hard. At that point right there, like right about when the ball gets close to the ceiling, you gotta work on being able to read how things are playing out. That Bumpy Johnson could have cut Magic off up the wall and left, and so like it may have been more ideal for you to... I mean, things didn't play out bad. I'm not going to say that they did in this case. They played out pretty much as good as they could. Your positioning was okay. The choices were okay. But it might have been an improvement to just where you guys were, the position the way you were, when the ball was like right to where it was almost about to bounce off the ceiling, for you to try and like go up for an aerial and read it and hit it, because there was a possibility where Bumpy Johnson was that he could have cut Magic off right here, and that would have been back towards that way. And sure, like you had the ability or the positioning to maybe make a save, but you don't really want to be put in that position. You could have just made the touch, and yeah, sure, it would have pinched middle once you hit it, like it would have hit off the wall here in middle. But then instead of, like, you know, once you had gone up for the aerial, Magic would have already been down the wall here, and like he just did, instead of turning that way, but he would have been gunned out to receive it probably before Maldice did, and probably before that JB full did, and then he would have had like a straight up aerial, and it could have been a goal. What happened wasn't too bad though. That, however, I didn't see that part. That could have been bad if JB full didn't stop. Yeah, I stole their boost. I should have camera checked the ball. I think I had ball cam off, if I'm not mistaken. I did. I'm an idiot. I should have honestly, at this point, when I hit the ball, taken my ball cam off and done what I said I should do. Angle myself for that boost. I should have just drove in straight. I don't actually know that. Oh no. Well, no, wait, hang on. I landed really weird. I speed flipped, landed. Okay, and as soon as I landed, I took my... I gotta work on my recoveries though. That was a me thing. I could have recognized that I didn't really have to do that speed flip, and then... because if I landed correctly, I probably wouldn't have had to. Instead of grabbing it and trying to avoid this guy's demo, I could have freaking grabbed the boost, gone up the wall a little bit, waited for him to come in, curved down, and made a play, a bump over here while the ball was coming that way. But nevertheless, I turn, I'm headed back. Magic headed across, and that was after his touch he made. This right here, as soon as Magic makes his touch, Ghost, where are you? As soon as Magic makes his touch, and you see this, I know you don't see that last guy, but right at that point, where the ball's up, you have plenty of time to know that that guy's not anywhere. You have like the whole right side of the field in your view right now. You have plenty of time to know that if not a clean beat, you're at least going to get a clean, like a pretty, like fairly decently clean 50. Because you can't see that guy. He's probably not going to get to that ball faster than you. He'll probably get to it as fast as you at the worst case. But where you can see the whole field and those two have retreated back and you can't see their other teammate, right now you should be absolutely headed for that ball, ready to receive it middle and shooting it towards net. Instead of backing up like that. Backing up like that was a bit of a mistake because of several reasons. You could have gotten, like, they could have been way worse. Somebody turned around a little bit sooner to receive that before Magic got there and they could have goaled on you. Or 1v1'd you, or double teamed you, demoed you, and that such thing. But, you should have gone up for that ball. Probably could have been at least a shot on target. And Magic should have left that. You should have called it. He should have called off it, or not me or something, and I should have, or he should have pulled back this way. As far as me, I'm coming back off of the choice that I made here. And I gotta see really what I'm doing. Okay, I have ball cam on. I can see the both of you. I think I see that you're not approaching, so in order for me to be second man quicker than you, I cut rotation. Again, I should have just called you go and just had you go and follow while I pushed in, just so we can get our rotations right. Instead, I took it upon myself to do that, and now this is the outcome. Instead of letting you go, I've now bumped you because you've tried to push out where you thought it was relevant. So let's see your position again, actually. Yeah, I've cut rotation thinking that I was going to get there quicker. I did get there a little bit quicker than you, but I should have called that you should go. Magic put it into the hands of them. He should have left it for you. You should have called and that you got it. It's okay. I should have had a better rotation back around because then I would have been back for it. If I had already called that you go, at some point I should have made sure that you were absolutely going and I was absolutely going back. That was a misplay on my part. Should have been no reason I was there, to be honest. You shouldn't have risked where you can't really see what's going to happen there. Shouldn't have risked coming out of the net like that. There was no need for that. Now I come out to bump you, and because of my bad call and your bad call and Magic's bad call, now we're in bad positions because we're all a little out of sorts here, and looks to be a shot on net at the very least, right? Yeah. A shot on net. I save it. I shouldn't have had to. We all should have been positioned way better here. I save, or no, I don't save it. Magic saves it. I don't save it. I suck. Well, I should have had the fucking save there. I appreciate Magic being there, but I should have had the save. Well, now because I suck, we're all messed up. Ghost is in the right place though. He recognizes we suck. Specifically me. He's got a good hit. Trying to figure out what I did coming in here off the... I shouldn't have done that. I should have just turned around. I don't know why I came off the top like that. But Ghost gets the follow-up. Let's see. While we're panicking in net. Kind of waterfalls down. I do call Magic has. That was a good call. Magic was technically the last person back at this point because I don't think even Ghost had been able to to recover it this time. No, he didn't. So Magic, you should have at least pushed up a little more narrowly. It's fine that you went out that way to be ready for it, but I was back behind you, so as first man, which you were in this case, you should have had the more aggressive challenge. That's a first man's kind of job. You should have been up and over here. Instead you were over there. And then Ghost should have been figuring out a way to rotate back into the play after he landed, which he did. He turned the way that he should have. He grabbed the pad. Yeah, I think his momentum was carrying him sort of that way anyways. Yeah, I was carrying it to the left, so the quickest way to turn would be going left. So you did a good job. He got back. I would have been right here. You know, you went up where you should. I went across. It would have been no problem for you then at this point if you were right here and the ball got hit to bail out and turn this way, and then I'd be first man. And then here's where, like, you can see, like, the rotation idea, right? Then I would have been first to go next. Sure, I would have gotten probably beat, but I could have had the challenge. Ghost was ready for the real danger right here, and you were ready for any follow-up after that. So, my camera is you right now. Oh, you do make a great hit, though. How'd you forget that? Nice. Okay, then I should be following. Great hit. Good shot, dude. Shit, boy. That was a great shot. I don't even remember what I was bitching about. Yeah, I should have turned off the wall there. Ended up weird. What the hell? Sorry about that. It's in the middle of a phone call. Anyway, so that's what I think it was. I was talking about you approaching the ball right there, and then like taking the narrower sort of approach, and then getting in rotation and all that. But you know, you still go up the side here and you get the goal. So can't fault you for that. Fault them because they suck apparently. But you got the goal. That's my man right there. Alright, so this kickoff, I should be cheating. Magic should be raking off. That's what we did. Excellent. Not good at all. This is what okay, this showcases perfectly about what I was talking about. About the way you need to turn in, and this is why. Is because now Ghostly hits that. I am cheating up. I think I didn't cheat up too far this time, but it does get hit out just far enough. But because I actually cheated up properly this time, I think, did I? No, I still let it go past me like a nub. Oh well, I got his boost at least. So I mean, there's that. You turned in, right? So this is what you did. This is why it's not good, because now the ball's going that way. I cheated up a little too far, like I often do. Ghost, let's see what he's doing on after his kickoff. Maybe we all did something wrong, who knows. No, Ghost actually did it right. Okay, so Ghost is perfect this time, and me and you are all fucked up. You came in, grabbed this, and spent all this time turning and figure-eighting your way back here. That guy, had he been a better player, had a quicker follow-up, bang, straight on that goal. When you come out, grab this, and be back in. I missed the challenge. This is a Magic challenge right here. Magic has to call, he has it. Ghost is ready, good. Good play. Okay, why am I over here though, is the question. Alright, so I've now grabbed the mid boost. I should be trying to kill that guy. I attempted, I got the bump on him at least. At this point, let me see Magic's point of view real quick. At the point where you see me make contact with that guy, you should be pushing slightly out of net, and if not absolutely beelining it out of net, because Ghost should say that he has it and that he's behind you. He should be saying something like go, 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 rotating in, I'm at net, I'm in net, I'm approaching net, you know, something, you know, picked up back right boost, whatever the case is, right about that point where you see me hit him. You know, it's a hard play for you to read, I'm not gonna lie. Ghost isn't quite there yet, you don't know if he's back. You did play it safe, you played it good, you got the save, you did what you should. Now that you're first man though, at some point, so you did that actually 100% right, seeing how everything developed. At this point though, Ghost, you have to be saying that you're coming in, you're pushing in, that Magic go, something, 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 because, and you have to be like, you have to be confidently ready to receive what Magic misses. Magic, you don't have to do a full commit here, but you have to, and if Ghost calls out, you should be pushing out. You should be about maybe here. I wouldn't send yourself too far forward in case something drastic happens, but you should definitely be coming out of the net and pushing that way. So you should be right about here at this point, I would say. Ghost should be calling out. Actually, Ghost should be calling out now-ish, right between that pad and then, and keeping an eye on Maldice while he does it. Make sure he's not beating him to the punch. And you should be pushing out a little bit, Magic, maybe to this corner piece right here. And then I should have been, if I'd come off my bump, which I did, came off my bump here, I was able to collect the boost. I should have gone ready for backboard. So that's what should have happened. We should have had somebody pressuring, somebody ready for low defense, somebody ready for high defense. I should have been up on the backboard here. Ghostly should have been low. Magic should have been straight on, just getting in the guy's face, ready to challenge. So what could have been a better play was still not a bad play, but it can easily be improved upon with these types of adjustments. No reason, I don't think, for me to be pushing out there. I think I was trying to make that easier on you guys by cutting early, seeing that you two were still on the net. I was trying to make the save. Again, it's a trust thing. We got to work on all of our mechanics, all of our trust, you know, all that. Not let our confidence and comms and things crumble when things do go awry. That's important. You get a good 50 out here. Ghost should be carefully positioning himself to receive the bounce, and based off of my little stupid flick here, I am landing a little bit more to the right, and thus I turn right. I should have cut more instead of doing what I just did. I don't think I had any excuse for that either. No, I should have cut, turned inward, grabbed the pad, grabbed that pad, and I should have been, you know, angled better. I would have been able to receive that instead of trying to camera check and do whatever the hell I just did. Yeah, there was no excuse for my play there. Yeah, that would have punched out that way. Ghost was ready on the receiving end. Let's see. Magic, how'd you land? We would have been landing just as I was coming in for that second pad, and I would have gotten it as you were turning around, and then Ghost would have been receiving that. I should have been able to play it more carefully this way. So that should have been the play right there, is that I came in, received the pad, and cut sort of like this, while Ghost was confidently approaching that, knowing that he had help behind him. You were already back here, so there was no real danger in what happens next. you would have already been back here and ready to receive that coming your way. I would have challenged this. Honestly, I should have challenged it way sooner. Like if I was... Let me see my POV. Oh, for sure. I should have grabbed that... Again, I should have grabbed that pad. I should have grabbed that pad. You were already on equal footing with me. You would have been back in a better position than I was. And right at this point, I should have double jumped and aerialed and challenged that ball. Or at any point before that, had I turned better, I should have been able to do it. We gotta have better comms than that, because I can't see you at this point. You gotta call you have it. I should be camera checking to make sure where you are, but I don't know why I didn't. So all around, we just gotta do a little more, a little better. Let's see how the play develops, though. Ghost gets his touch. Where does he get his touch? He doesn't get the touch, so he didn't actually approach it all the way. Maybe should have. I think if he would have at least been able to pick up the demo on Maldives. But that's okay. He comes out, he rotates out, because I believe that's the way he lands or approaches it. If you're gonna hit the brakes there, might as well just full turn there, Ghost. There's no point in just killing yourself midfield here for no reason, because the way that Maldives is hitting the ball, it's not going to come back out to you. It's not going to come back out to you cleanly if it does, but, you know, the way that it's arcing, the way that Maldives is approaching it, yeah, there's no need to just slam your brakes there. Might as well just up and turn, you know, curve left and go on your merry way back to goal, rotating in. Yeah, hesitation there kind of threw me off a bit. I think that's why I ended up turning around, although I should have, again, challenged it sooner. I might not have been sure if you were or not. That might have been the problem, but I should have had Magic been able to call that out, and I should have camera checked, so we both just misplayed that. Ghost, you ended up rotating in, ultimately good. Magic makes his touch and he's out, so that's ultimately okay. Rotates in. Ghost should be going out as soon as right here. As soon as right here. You can see that Magic's coming back. You're rotating in. You should be pushing out right at that moment that you see that ball is... As soon as you turn here and you see the ball still up in the air, you should be gunning straight toward where Magic's coming from, because he's headed back. And that nobody's approaching this ball, and I'm closest to it after that. So you should have been right about here, and Magic should have been cutting back in, replacing you, and starting to cover this side cautiously, like slowly, maybe no further than about this area right here. I got the ball, I got the hit, touch it, and Ghost would have been up here and ready for it. And so, let's see what actually happens. Instead, Magic's there for it, albeit a little bit slower. You get, okay, a second man, Magic. This is what gets you gold on a lot. Probably in your ones games a lot too. This isn't a safe place to be if you're going to commit this far. And actually, let me see your point of view before I go ahead and spout my nonsense. Alright, let's get you right here. Ghost should have been in, but that's okay, you are. So you're up. You should have been going like a little bit more between where you are now and the pad. You should have been off slightly to the left between the two, headed in a straighter direction. Because if I were to pinch that out, it would have rolled out and you would have been way too far to the right to be ready to receive that middle. I didn't pinch it right, and still the same sort of thing applies. Is you're not really in a fast enough position to go and challenge this guy right off the bat here. So like, when you are turning here, since that was the play that you made, it should be more straight. If I should be calling out that I got it, or you should be reading it, and at the very worst, you should be breaking off and turning right here and headed towards the blue. Towards, like I said, right between where you were before, where you end up being. Let's see. Yeah, you end up being right here, so you should be like right where I predicted, between the pad and where you actually are. And then you would have been here. You would have been challenging, at least been able to double jump that ball, try and hit it, or fast aerial, try to hit it. At the very least, you would have been in his face, making something happen, making some kind of dent here. If he did hit that ball before you, at the very least, come up to him and just bump his ass out of the way, completely smash him, demo him. If that's the only play you can make, do it. If you're not confident you can hit that ball by the time you are, like, see, let's go walk through that again. I said you should be breaking off here, you should be right about here about this time, and at the speed we're going, you should be right about here. If you're not confident you can get that ball or jump up to it, don't worry about it. This guy's more than likely, not going to avoid you by the time he hits that ball. But look at the spacing, the difference. You were back there, you could have been right here. And if you were right here, then there's plays you can make. You could definitely, I think, make it to the ball, albeit you'd have to react wicked fast. But even in your mind, if you think, you know, if that guy touches that, I'm more than likely not going to have enough time to react if I'm right here, if I pressure that. But you got to have other things going on in your head too. One, kick's already rotating back. Two, Ghostly has been back, he's ready for whatever happens behind me. I'm already this far forward, it's too late to bail now. I'm past the midline, this is it. This is my commitment, I'm making the play, I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna get up in his face, I'm gonna make a touch of the ball, again, if your thought process is, you know, I can't do that, I can't make a touch on the ball, absolutely do not bail out. If your reason for bailing out was that, oh, I'm not gonna beat this guy to the ball, and I don't think I'm gonna be able to react to the ball in time, don't worry about it. Commit. You're already committed. Fully commit. If you can't get that ball, this guy's not going to react. Boom! And then that ball is just free floating. Ghostly should have been ready to receive a little better. Where is he? Ghost. Yeah, again, he should have gone from the get-go anyways. This is a little messed up, but that's okay. Rotates in sort of behind you. Ghost should have been maybe like a little back here more. Shouldn't go this far across. No reason for that, because Magic's going to be there before you. Yeah, you don't need to turn like this far up this way, because Magic's going to be receiving the ball at mid if anything, and if nothing else they're probably going to punch it straight back or straight across, but that's going to be like while you're like parallel this way, it's going to be hard for you to turn up and then go for that ball. You're going to want to be like positioned in a way that where Magic did actually cut you off. This is how you should be moving. You should be coming in here, following behind Magic, be at this blue square. Magic should have been making the play that I said, but even if he wasn't, you don't have a play to make by being way over there. So I'm going to be going for the bump here, thinking that somebody has a follow-up, because Magic should have at least had the challenge. And Ghost, you're right here. If Magic did get that... Okay, so if Magic got that bump that I was talking about, right? Here you are, Ghost, right where I said you should be, right in this blue circle. And that ball is just floating. As soon as that guy hits that ball, and Magic gets the bump right about there, you're here, that guy is turned away from it, Magic got the bump right there. You got a challenge on this ball right here that you're more than likely going to win against Bumpy Johnson, if not 50. And I'm already here for the 50, like right at midfield, in case it punches out mid, which it more than likely will at that point. So if you're here, and let's say Magic misses anyways, I'm rotating back. Or if he had, if Magic had hit the ball and say it went that way, then you know he could have been here and then up for it. But you're here, right? And by the time Magic had, let's see, hang on. So you should have been coming in, going out, should have been right about like here-ish, and then sort of kind of like maybe slightly turned this way. Yeah, Magic should have had the play. With the play that he did make though, okay, so sorry, that's what was that the idea was. With the play that Magic did make, you should have been still moving your car in such a way that you came in, out. He's kind of going for it. Come to this blue circle still, grab this pad. You see Magic turn out now. Now you should turn in and go for this, because you're already committed up this far. There's nobody back for that. Magic's turning back. Yeah. Magic's turning back. It's too late for you to bail out now, pretty much. You can probably win this here, or at least get in his face and challenge it. And then, you know, honestly, the only thing that's going to avoid all this is like call-outs and just better positioning, better camera usage, because Magic, honestly, if Ghostly sees you, if he's out here and rotating where he should be, and you make that play, and he goes up for the ball, and you're rotated and you're going up for the ball too, now you're both just kind of all fucked up. But, let's say you made a call, right? Let's say you made the call that you're turning around like one more time, one more again, or something like that, and Ghostly is here. Just a simple communication could make him be in the right position, and you know, maybe make a non-ideal play. But let's say you made the play, and you did get a good hit here, but let's say your communication allows Ghostly to still be in the right play, in the right place. Now, he doesn't jump for this, because you made the right call out, and he's still right here. You hit that ball in a good spot, and he's got a good chance to challenge it at least. So, I've rotated out now from my touch over here. I should be going behind. I should be going to try to get the bump. I see Ghost coming up the right side there. I don't really know why I'm like curving in like this. I think it's just, I don't know, I think I'm trying to like gauge where Ghost is or if he's coming or not. You absolutely should be challenging this ball right now, Ghost. Like, right now, or close to now, or somewhere, because I feel like... I feel like maybe I was turning... I shouldn't have been turning in the first place. Like, here, when I saw you, there's no need for me to necessarily... I mean... Yeah, okay. So I think where I saw your ass cheeks turning towards me, I thought to myself that, hey, I can't rotate back properly. You're the last person back. I'm not going to get back before the ball starts coming your way. My best way to defend this is, you know, try and cut now and do my best to make a play on it so that way you're not so low. So my thought process here is, Nope. Yeah. Is last time I saw you were going at net. So I took my cam off, I switched it around. I should have cut a little sharper for sure. But now I'm going up. You had the better read. If I do make a play like that, in sort of like a preemptive way to how I'm looking like the play is developing, it could just be like small incremental like time frames of that where like we are doing the right things, but we're not making the right call outs and we're just missing things by a fraction of a second, and that can make the difference like it is right now, where I just took my cam off and all I see was your ass going this way, and then I took it back off again, and now because I took it off, I'm like, okay, he's going to net, he's turning inside the net, I'm turning now. So, but you have the better position on this. All you got to do, just if you see that and I'm starting to bad position, just say I got. I'll quickly whip off of it. I'll quickly turn right around and get back into position, because now that whole little yeah, that's what happened. I'm trying to like predict where you're going. I don't really know where you are until about here, right? I don't know where you are. Actually, I don't even know where you are the whole time until I take my camera off and then I'm already in your face. But you from back here, you're seeing this play develop. You see Magic has touched it. You've already committed. So you've already seen me coming back. It should be that when you see him make this challenge right here, and the instant you see him touch it, you should start turning up and I'll head back. Honestly, I should have made the call out to see if you were going to get it, or if you were going to turn. I should have been like, you, question mark, or I should have said me. So one of us had the position better. But this is ultimately your responsibility right here in this instance, where you see the ball being hit, and you're back enough for it, and you're positioned right for it. It's your responsibility to say, you know, me, or me next, or something like that. And then I'll know from that, yeah, I did just last see your ass cheeks turning away from me, but you're committed. At this point where you've turned, you're fully committed to going in that way. Otherwise, you're going to waste a lot of time, effort, and boost, like, and positioning, doing what we're doing right now, where we completely just turn with each other, bail on the play, and clap each other on accident. Humongous misplay. Easy goal. But they whiff. Yeah. So, we had a really large misplay there. Communication is, I can't stress enough, key. And you got to really realize what your responsibilities are, especially when it comes to comms, in positioning. It's your responsibility there to call out, and it's my responsibility there, like, to figure it out also. And in the end, we just ended up clattering each other. That 100% should have been a goal for them. I should have come into that. You should have challenged. Magic was... Where was Magic? What was Magic doing? After your challenge here, Magic, I think you end up landing. I don't really know why you tried to jump for that again. I don't think you could have possibly. Yeah, you gotta... Yeah. So, what will help you defeat that? I noticed that you have your ball cam on here the whole time. At this point right here, right about... Yeah. When you've realized you've hit it in a way that you can't recover from, if you're not going to decide the split second right here that you're going to adjust your car and try to fly into it and use some boost, just take your ball cam off. Take your ball cam off right this instant if you're just going to try and land. And the reason for that is not only are you going to land more properly and effectively and get a quicker recovery, but when you take your ball cam off, even if it's just for like a second to adjust your car and then snap back to, snap back to it, you'll be able to see that in front of you, before making that miss jump, lies that guy and that guy already mid-air challenging. He's already going up as you're already coming down. Now, if physics and gravity tells you anything, it's going to tell you that that guy is going to get there 100% of the time before you get a chance. Your quick little camera snap off, just to even correct yourself landing, will allow you to see what's in front of you. And, if, again, the reason for that too, like, I know you're worried about not having eyes on ball at all times, but if you're in a position where you hit it like that, and you're not going to follow through with trying a touch in midair and boost towards it, then there's no point for you to be looking at the ball, because you're not going to be doing anything with the ball anyway. Right? So, what you're going to want to do after you make that touch that you made, immediately take your ball cam off and just land, see what's happening, because that'll allow you to get a much better position. Instead of making that jump right there, you had a pretty perfect position to carry your momentum down and over here into trying to bump Bumpy Johnson. And at the very least, your momentum would have carried you into position, grab boost, and then back around, probably a little more efficient way you could have moved around the field, but I don't know, I was moving my stick like that. But anyway, if you went for the bump and you just ended up here, and then you ended up cutting field here, you come back really quick, and then yeah, there you go. That's the more efficient movement I was trying to show. You're already here for that. Of course, you won't be moving as quickly as my camera was because I'm moving it at half speed, but you get the idea. All right. So now, Magic does eventually make it back to the play. He should have been here. Let's just say that he was. He should have gone, probably demoed that guy, and then come in, and then you would have been ready for that touch. But from your perspective, you saw it like so. Yeah, you should have gone in a little bit more to the right there, Magic. Killed that guy on the way in. Picked up the touch there. It was close though. You got to work on like the timing of things, otherwise you would have had that nice clear out. All good though. I missed the backflip. I got to work on my stuff too. Damn. I just back around. He tries it. I go up for that. Ghostly. Let me see. I'm already up for it. If you see me jump like that, Ghosts, you're probably gonna get gold on if you double commit like that. I was in view of you, and I was closer to it, as far as like facing the ball, and you had like sort of parallel back facing away from wall, so you weren't really gonna get to this thing before Bumpy or before me. So probably should just like left it and then waited ground a little more towards corner here while you were approaching that way, so that way you could have like kind of cut in slightly, or like I guess if you had to absolutely do it where the way the ball was coming, make a double jump save. But yeah, shouldn't have committed with me there. Magic's coming back off the wall. Ghost is on the wall. Let's see how we correct our rotations from here. I made the Magic goes sailing by here, right? Yep. I'm supposed to touch it here. Ghostly should have left it. Magic's on the wall though. He's coming back. Ghostly committed. I hit it. I'm gonna curve back around. I'm not going to get there before. Let's see how he lands. Lands a little awkward. I think probably Magic would have been here before Ghost. That's something you gotta call. You just say like, Ghost, look out, Ghost move left, or I'm going to that, I'm going to that, I'm going to that. And as you're landing, you gotta try and like pay attention. I know it's hard, but try and pay attention like as you're landing here. To where, okay, so you even took your cam off to see where it is. That's a great idea. That's a great thing you did. However, when you took your cam off, you saw that Magic was right there, and he was flipping towards you. So you should have, seeing that, you should have cut more to the left to be safe. Like, that's the best you could have done, is if where you saw him here and saw him flipping towards you, even if you thought in your head, yep, he's not going to get back before I can turn up for this ball. A micro adjustment, but an important adjustment you could have and should have made, is just, instead of coming down and continuing straight, holding slide and just pointing your nose this way, so you come more flush across the net. Like this, because if you see that he's going to make it and he's headed back, or he's not going to make it before you but he's headed back, and that means he's going to have to rotate in behind you, and either he's going to rotate in behind you as he did right here, albeit he almost hit you, or he's going to rotate like in front of you and go. But that just depends on your calls. Honestly, he should rotate in behind you, because then you can call that you have, while he's calling, he has net. I'm coming off of grabbing boost from my hit to rotate back into net. So it should have been you go right. Should have been you go right here. Push up to the left, grab the boost. I hit it out the way that I did. And then Magic would have been right here to receive. Okay, yeah, so so I'm coming in the way I did. I got the touch that I could make off of it. Your rotation could have been in right here. I hit, you up, Magic. Wait, hang on. Sorry, my bad. And let me just, my fucking camera, dude. You up, and yeah, you would have been right here for it, so you could have just jumped, and then Magic would have been ready right there. So That would have been the play to make. And the ball gets hit that way, say you get beat, and then Magic's already here, he's ready, and look at that, he's going. So, did you make the challenge? I didn't actually see that part. You do try and make the challenge, okay. So you had the right idea. We all had the right idea for rotation. We actually had a good play. You just gotta adjust a little better positionally. Magic did well, I did well. Ghost gotta adjust a little bit better there. Then we get the rotations going again. Let's see how when I land I come out here, right? So when I hit the ball, I land, I try to get out of your way. You wouldn't have been there though, you should have been up for it already. Magic's being where he should be, and I'm rotating in to take Magic's place as he should be headed that way shortly thereafter. I went out a little too far, not knowing if he would go or not, so comms, position. And then Magic's got the hit, I got the follow, Ghost got the rotating behind. Ghost should immediately be pushing up middle or the midline right here, not that far on boost necessarily, but let's see, did you need the boost? Yeah, alright, looks like you needed the boost. Still though, you had 21, so I can't discredit you for needing boost, but where you had 21, it was probably fine for you to where we got the follow-up the way we did and I was headed out. You grab that pad, you come up. I don't know if this one was available or not, it doesn't look like it was, but you would have missed that one. But you had, what, at this point, you had, player view, you grabbed 23, okay, so now at this point you have 23 boost, and each boost pad you pick up is 12. So instead of being a little out of position grabbing the big pad, just as I follow up here, you can follow up and grab that pad. At the very least you'll have 35, and then the play is already developed from this point. It's going that way, you have time to grab another. Now you have 47 boost, and that's about half boost. Following up with Magic, you're rotating in behind to cover the midfield. You grab this, you have 59 boost. The play is going that way. I mean, right here you're sitting with 59, it's almost full, right? And then I'm going up for that, and then you've got this boost pad right here because you're seeing it develop that way. And now instead of 59 boost, you got, 71. And now you're coming this way, and you got almost 100 boost just by following the play and shadowing. You didn't even need to grab that pad, and you were in position the whole time. But you went out that way. We went out this way. I should have, let's see, a good view now. I should have gone up a little more angled this way, I guess. I shouldn't have followed Magic that way. Let me see why I did that. I should have positioned a little bit better. I didn't need to grab those pads. I could have been ready for that shot. That was my bad, Magic. You had a great pass out to me, and that probably could have been a better play. I clearly was not playing my ideal self that day. Not that I ever really am. But yeah, and Ghost, where was he? Ghosty, you were off over here. So had I actually pancaked that or something, you could have been ready for it up the middle. So yeah, that was just a bad play on my part, honestly. But there could have been more to happen, a better play to happen. If you were positioned where I said you should be positioned, you would have been, what did I say, like right over here, right? And the ball would have been going that way by this point. So like you're a little close, and you do make a touch on the ball, but you made a really awkward touch on the ball. That was the best touch you could make, right? And that's highly due to being positioned the way you were. But you could have just waited for this guy's touch, come over, cut it, and popped it back to the middle, if not goaled it. At least, made the touch right here where I fucked up. I gotta rotate out. Hang on, let's see how everybody rotates back out real quick before I get too much further. I want to break every play down, play by play. Magic had the pass at this point. Magic you know, you got to call that you're passing, or you got to call that you're leaving it. There's no play for you to make doing this. Once you get to here, right there, you're officially wasting your time and boost trying to go after it. If that guy is up with you, like right about here, I can understand, like, here's passable, here you can pass down, sort of, like, unless you're going to go straight for the ball, don't jump off the wall there. Keep driving. You either keep driving or you bail out and go back the other way, because there's no play for you to make going all the way across the net there unless you're trying to... There's no play for you, for you to make the way you just jumped off the wall there, A, especially where you had no boost, and B, because you can't hit the ball in from right here, and there's nobody that you can see, unless somebody's calling for a pass, that you're going to be able to touch the ball in a way that benefits them from this point. So if they need a pass, if somebody needs a pass, and they're calling for, like, you know, I got, then at this point, just, you know, just like leave it, unless I'm saying pass down, then, you know, even still, the way you're positioned, like, let's see your car in relative position to the ball. You're right here. That ball is so far away from you, and you can't see me. So if I call I got, then leave it. And if I call pass down, then you're gonna have to come all the way up, and you didn't do that. You jumped straight out. You're gonna have to, if you need to pass down, because you can't make a shot on net here at all. If you need to pass down to me, you're gonna have to come all the way up, and then, you know, smack it down. That's not very practical for you to be able to do that with as little boost as you had, or really at all. And there's no way you're making a shot from there. And the only person that could be calling for a pass that would be remotely helpful for you to be continuing going on the wall like this would be Ghost across the field. And even still, you'd have to keep driving and then jump right about there in order to hit the ball. You jumping right here does nothing. It just gets you really far out of position, wastes whatever little boost you had. I fucked up my play right there, and Ghost mispositionally fucked up his play right there also. So, now we're all headed back. You were carrying on that way, ready to rotate in. Or not ready to rotate in. Where'd you go? When you landed. So, you were landing first. Everybody was up. You saw me commit. I'm sure that you saw Ghost here at some point. Yeah, you see both your teammates right here. Okay, good job taking the cam off, putting it back on pretty quickly. That was a bit of an unnecessary takeoff slash flip. Yeah, unnecessary to leave it the whole time. Honestly, so that's what I'm going to say again, like the same thing with like Ghost is like, right, so if you've already taken your cam off and you're angling your car to be towards that that boost pad, there's no reason for you to keep checking to make sure it's there or not, because if you've already committed to heading that way, keep committing to heading that way, and you looking at the pad is not going to help you pick it up or not pick it up. You got to just grab that pad, and if you're committed to going for it, go for it. Hope that it spawns. If it doesn't spawn, go for some other pad. Go for some boost pads, big boost pads, small pads. You know, you look at it, make sure you're angled that way so you can drive over it, and then if it pops up, it pops up. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Like, you slowing yourself down and mispositioning yourself to like wait for it by continuing to check it and take yourself out of the play is much less effective, much less efficient, going to get you scored on like way more than a quick check to see if it's there and then deciding whether or not you want to commit to taking the chance if it's there or not. This whole thing, this whole sequence was... that could have gone over your head at any time and shot straight into your net, and you would have had no idea and no boost to save it. Like, because you committed that far for it. It does eventually pop up for you, but what you should have done instead of aiming for that right there, because you were landing first and I was so far out of the play and Ghost was so far up, you were getting that pad right there. That pad was that big boost pad was 100% yours. There's no way any of us were getting back to that before you got there. Like, you coming straight across, pick that pad up, and then you're right back in it. You know, at least ready for something. So I see, from my perspective, how I landed, and I'd already fucked up at this point. You're on my left, falling down. I fucked up. Ghost is there. I think he's receiving it. He's not receiving it. I'm gonna try to get out of his way because I think he's gonna go up there. So I cut to the center. Normally I would have cut where I was continuing to land on the wall. My momentum was carrying me sort of down and out. I was gonna go for there. I thought Ghost was gonna cut in the way I was positioned here on the wall, right? And he should have cut in. But the way my momentum was carrying me, I was going to go down the wall here, curve, grab their boost, and be on my merry way out. Magic, at that point, should have been over here somewhere collecting this one. I would have been already facing that way, so I could have been repositioned back in midfield somewhere while he was right up here, or I could have been back to net. So that's what could have and should have happened, but I realized too late that Ghost wasn't going for that, and then the enemy ends up getting the boost and the ball. And I end up all kinds of fucked up position because, you know, again, bad calls, bad positioning, and that's on my part for missing the ball in the first place when I should have had the goal or the pass down. So, player view, no, director, no, fly, alright. So here I am now, I'm rotating back. I think at this point, I see Magic in front of me, so I'm trying to correct myself based off of what I know should happen or what I think should happen and what I have the actual opportunity to make happen. So I'm coming out that way, and I think Magic should be turning up to the left, so I position myself in a way where like I can safely sort of grab this pad and cut right into the midfield, because I think he should be cutting back into the left, and now I don't really know what to do because I see him cutting all the way deep back in rotation. Again, that deep rotation Magic has a bit of struggle with. So I kind of decide here, I'm like, alright, well the best play I can probably make is to make an attempt on it. I think he's all the way back. That boost doesn't look like it popped up for him. I'm going to have to make an attempt on this or we're probably going to get gold on. I do end up being able to do that. It wasn't the ideal play, but I did end up, like, at least being able to position myself in a way that got that done. Magic at this point, Ghost is backflipped, he should be rotating out. Magic should be turning and rotating in. Regardless if that boost should have popped up, you should have come into this corner at the way you were carrying yourself, gone this way and back out. And then, you know, I hit the ball, you would have had the boost pad, and you could have boost padded and flipped into this, not even a speed flip, just a boost pad and a flip into that big boost, and you would have been ready to make the follow-up, while Ghost should have been rotating out. And yeah, Ghost, you should have come out behind Magic instead of trying to cut in there. Should have let Magic have, I think. Yeah, there's not a lot you could really do, but you made a good shot on that anyway. So I mean, hey, I'm not gonna cut too deeply into it. Yeah, they should have been positioned better for that, and then the talk of my positioning would have made better sense of how it would have worked better. But you know, it is what it is. You didn't do bad. You cut decently. You got to it in a way that was before he would have. I didn't. So this is where my thought process comes in, right? Is you should have been rotating back because this guy, and I continue on the wall here because this guy probably has to hit it this way, and if he doesn't, he hits it out that way, right? And Magic should not be necessarily rotating, or yeah, At this point, Magic shouldn't be going out like this. He has 100. There's no reason for him to wiggle the way he's wiggling. Magic should be making a beeline straight from this boost forward, continuing forward right here, continuing forward, and then I had that part of the wall covered, and Ghost would have been rotating back, and that's over his teammate's head into no man's land, and Moldis isn't really ready for it, but Magic would have been ready for a hit right here. And it could have ended up being a better hit, or it could have had the same result, but nevertheless, you know, it played out the way it did. You got a shot on that. It's not too bad. It just could have been like better, because like then if that Moldis guy did clear it, then Ghostly would have been back here, back in rotation, ready for the next hit. So we'll check out what's going on now. So I came across net with no boost, and I should have been picking up a pad and trying to make a play on one of the players here, or getting the hell out of the way. I didn't have a lot of boosts, so I think my reasoning was, where I didn't have a ton of boosts and I was already committed this far up, I was going to try to make a bump or something. And I didn't really make a decisive move right there, honestly. I came off the wall there, grabbed a pad, let that to go to one of you guys. I should have gone straight for Maldives right there. I don't know that I would have gotten the effective bump to make it matter, but right here I should have just gone straight for the guy and connected. I probably would end up screening that JBL off the way, and Maldives would have flipped. So yeah, I think if I had actually done the proper play, it would have developed into a way that it should have, and we would have got the goal. So you just kind of carried your momentum forward with your shot, no problem. I carried forward with my fuck up. Now we're all just kind of rotating back. You're going the opposite way, that's good. Let's see where Magic is though. So over here, Ghost makes his touch, and you are over to the side and ready for it. Flip was unnecessary, but it's fine. It didn't really do any harm. I say the flip was unnecessary because, like, here, he hits that. If you flip, and, I don't know, if somebody was ready, he could have hit it over you and you were, like, you know, mid-flip, you would have gotten there, I think, just the same. Like, you're kind of, like, too far forward now. Like, then you see, that's why I said the flip was unnecessary, really, is because, like, yeah, you want to like be able to get across the field quick, but you want to know when to use that speed. So like, if you were just driving normally, you would have been really just like gotten to position where you needed to be at the right time. That flip makes you now recorrect yourself, go all the way back in this little loop right here, and then all the way back forward. And that was just a complete waste of motion. Like, yeah, you could have connected with that a little bit sooner. It's all about like the little adjustments, right? So that little weird P loop you made, right? So you made like a letter P, letter D, whatever. You went all the way over here, and then you went back out and back in. And if you just didn't flip, honestly, if you just kept driving kind of slow and steady as the ball was, you just kind of shadowed the ball. At the point that it turned out right here, because you just flipped, now you've been a little back, a little back, a little back. Turn now. Yeah. I don't know, I'm going a little fast, hang on. Let me actually keep pace with you. So, you're here. Okay. So you're driving. Stay driving at this speed. Stay driving at this speed. Turn. Challenge. Bump them, at least. Then I can pick up the wall. Or slow your speed even. You can just like hit the brakes. Just wait for it. You're here, and you slow down, hit the brakes a little bit. If you'd rather not, like, if you'd rather like play it safe, which it would be safe to just sort of like hit the brakes and wait at sort of facing this angle, even though you're probably gonna get the ball banged over your head. Ghost is just not back. Where is he? What the hell? Oh. My bad. I misread that. Well, in any case, there's still a bit of a wasted motion. You gotta really decide, like, whether when you're going this way, if you're gonna approach the ball, or if you're going to back off and try and go for the save. I don't really know what I would have done a hell of a lot differently. I just know that, like, to make the decision and then change the decision like that it puts you in a little bit of a weird spot now, because you still didn't really make a play, you didn't touch the ball, you didn't touch an opponent, now you gotta kind of run away again. You didn't really put pressure on them. So, I mean, I don't know. I'm sorry. Alright. I don't know that I should come off the wall like that. I don't, yeah. I think if you were coming that way, I should have just kept on trucking. Let you come up the wall after it. Yeah, that would have been the better play. That was a stupid thing for me to do, honestly. I don't know. I wasn't keeping an eye on where you were. A call out would have helped me decide whether or not to do that. Like, if you said you got, I probably would have just left and kept going. Or honestly, at this point right here, right about oop. Grabbing this boost and then going up the wall here, it was my responsibility to really just camera check, quickly tap my camera to see where you were and then take it off again. I had the time and he was taking it slow up the wall, so it wouldn't have really done me a great great disservice to do that. I thought you were turning up with me here, so like I go for the bump to try and make a play since I'm already kind of awkwardly positioned and weirdly committed. And you do kind of like hit it, but you weren't as close as I thought you were, and that's like, again, a me problem. I could have been positioned better, and thus you could have been positioned better, and we all could just call each other out, and we should be doing that. So then you make a touch. Let's see where Ghost is after this play, though. Ghost, you come out after your... Where the hell? So you make a touch here, okay. I was going for the bump. You landed with your car facing that way. I know your car is facing that way when you land, but after you land this hit here, you do for a split second see their boost pop up. You should honestly just, where all those players are over to the right, and you don't see Magic anywhere close on the left unless he makes a call out, which he would have to do like fairly soon, and I don't think he is actually nearby. Yeah, he's not nearby enough to make a difference. So after you land right here, and if you see all these guys on your left, then just honestly go to the right. Don't risk coming up the midfield here and rotating inward. Those guys, I mean, they could push up and they could bump you, and you know, then if they hit it, I don't know. Like, it makes more sense to me to try and fill your boost tank and then carry on outward where you can see the play developing if you need to cut in or if you need to go all the way back. You turn in, and your car is facing that way, so it is the quicker way to turn. But I don't know, I just would worry about, like, if that ball banged and bounced out this way, then one of their teammates probably going to rush upfield and bump you out of the way, or I don't know. I guess just that you won't get back fast enough.
Oh,
what the fuck?
Read any of my texts.
What do you mean?
Did Kara stay home?
No.
Well, I don't. We were outside in the rain for half an hour, and then when we got back in, the alarm was all fucked up, so the whole school got dismissed. My entire ass and side of all of my pants are super wet, but I have an EKG scheduled, so I'm going pee, and I'm doing that, so I don't have to take the whole day tomorrow. I'm gonna come back.
Do you have the whole day off today?
Yes. Our kids got dismissed at 9:15. We waited for Matt Parker's ride, and then we could leave.
Nice.
So, yep. I'm gonna go pee, and then I'm gonna go to bed and do my EKG.
And I'm gonna go sleep.
Hmm?
I said I'm gonna go to sleep. Right?
I figured you were asleep because you hadn't responded.
I'm gonna be. I don't know, I was just... This is what I've been doing, is just replay analysis stuff. So. Okay, where was I? Yeah, I shouldn't have made that call right there. Yeah, as far as your rotations goes, you rotated up the middle. It's not that bad to do, but then you came all the way over here anyway, so I mean, you know, clearly you had the instinct that it was easier to do that also, to be able to see the whole play from this side, so you might as well have just started by turning and doing that in the first place, because now there's like a lot of wasted motion here, a lot of movement. You're not quite positioned where you could be or should be. You would have been able to pick up Magic's. Well, you do end up actually getting a fucking sick double. See that one more time. See that instant replay, shall we? Could have been quicker, could have been quicker. If I hadn't got the double bump there, I don't think you would have got that goal, to be frank. Killed this guy. Nice recovery off the ceiling. Yeah, that guy had you beat for sure. He had you 100% beat. So just keep in mind, had you been there faster, you wouldn't need my bump to get the goal, but nice goal. I won't discredit you. Alright, let's see how we're doing on kickoffs. We should be ghost cheating and Magic going for boost. If it's not, that's okay. At least somebody called it. Not bad. I saw that you didn't pick up the boost there, so I wanted to grab it before they did, and then I rotated it out. Just a simple cut, and then I cut rotation because I saw Magic was deep rotated. This rotation's fine for right now. What we're doing. Yeah, okay, so I saw that you didn't pick up the boost. I probably shouldn't have done that, but hey, whatever. Figured what the hell. I might have gotten a Magic's way, so maybe that wasn't a good idea. But I saw Ghost rotate far out, so I'm rotating behind him. Ghost should be pushed up slightly now. Magic made the play. He should be off the ball now. I should be on it. I am. I whiffed because I suck at this game. Good thing Ghost is a good rotator, and he rotates in. And then I should be, where am I? As I'm landing, I should be going out, and I should have cut in to try and make a play on Jabeful, or whatever the hell his name is. I landed. I should have picked up this pad to the right of me and tried to go for that guy. I think I had enough space and enough time to at least go for it, but my player view looks like Ghost was like kind of up my butt when he landed, so I might have been afraid that he would bump me or I would bump him, so I decided not to commit to that play. Instead I come out, so, you know, hindsight 2020. Magic, you should absolutely should either be committing or coming up the wall here, instead of turning the way you did. Me and Ghost are up front. I know you don't want to get scored on, so you like do a bit of a weird little wiggle. You'd have been better either just like come into like a real slowdown or almost a full stop at that point, or going up the wall, because turning around like that didn't get you a lot of space. It looks like you're gonna beat this guy because Maldice didn't go for it when he should have. But You almost got the goal, so hey, you know. I love you. Yeah, this Maltese guy he wasn't going. I think he was sitting on his back corner waiting for his boost to spawn. I didn't realize that, but, you know. So, I mean, good effort anyway, for you, because I wasn't seeing that he was doing that at first. Alright, so you make the hit, they save it, Ghost is coming across, I'm coming across the far, just in case he doesn't reach the ball, pick up the boost. I should be headed back out to mid now, not up the wall. That's a trust thing that I need to work on. I should have at least been right up here-ish. Instead, I was pushing up the wall, not really trusting that Ghost was going to get a touch. Magic should have been cutting... I don't know where the hell you just went. You're way back here. You should have been cut up right now. Right, yeah, right about there. You should have grabbed that boost, and as soon as you did, cut it, maybe pick up this pad after you used a little tiny bit of boost, been right on the little Pokeball center here. Ready for it. Challenge, up in the air, tap with the corner of your car, that would have been right in the net. Oh, you actually get pretty close to it. Hold up. How'd you even get there? Yeah, you would have beat that guy there, though. If you'd just been a little bit better, positioned a little bit faster the way that guy was saying, you would have gotten there. I made a touch of that. Let's see. Ghost is behind me, I'm closer than he is, so I gotta make the play, otherwise it's not good for us. Tap, Ghost should be going middle, he does well. Still not bad, good thing to get in the way of it. He should be headed back though. He's gonna be the only line of defense back because I'm not gonna be there in time. He does get there in time because he's a good player. Magic rotates in, I rotate in net. Ghost hits out, I go Magic in, good. Not a great call for a double commit here, but let's see what happens, hang on. Ghost takes it across, I go in net, he lands awkward. Yeah, if he landed well, he should have had the follow-up, so I think he tried to like save face with that. If you land awkward like that, you know, I would say that, like, maybe don't worry about it. There's not a great play that they can make off of this. I mean, it can go in the net, they can shoot it in. But at that point, it's already way over your head and your turn. There's nothing you can really do. Like, if you're just kind of landed awkward upside down like this and it's way over your head like that, like, I'm pretty sure from your player view it's probably going to look about the same. Yeah, you can see Maltese is right there. He's going to be ready for that. You landed awkward, just grab that boost and start rotating. Not like that. You're going to want to rotate probably where me and Magic are back like this. You're probably going to want to, where you landed like that, rotate out a little wide. Try and pick up the follow-up guy's demo, because that guy's probably not going to score the goal, right? That's such a tight angle, it's really unlikely in our rank. So what you're going to want to do is probably, like, at least come out wide enough to scare the guy off, grab a boost pad or two, and try and rotate out wide and behind Magic. So if you had come out here, you know, then you'd be right about here. And actually the ball would have ended up right where your trajectory would have been headed. So luckily enough, because I ended up hitting it. If you had been pushed out, that guy accidentally hit it, you might have been able to come under here and at least follow it over to the wall and, you know, curve it, shot it, who knows. Magic ends up picking up the hit though, which isn't a bad outcome given the way that it punched out. He did extremely well to recognize how quickly that ball punched out and to be patient before it did. And he made it there well in time for JB Full to not be ready for the shot. So this is what I would do if I were you, Magic. I would practice with that, where you had a great read on that, and you had time to set it up. You had plenty of time to set this up. Either you went a little too far out, so like what you're going to want to do, Magic, is you're going to want to, as you're approaching the ball, right about there, slightly before there, and you kind of, because you kind of turned out a little bit, and you shouldn't have, is you're going to want to practice catching, you want to practice like ball catching drills on your head and power shot drills. And you're going to want to practice right around this point, taking your ball cam off and going straight to car cam, and getting your car underneath that circle if you plan on catching it, or where there's only one player back. If I were you, I would just power shot this ball, boom it, in which case you still should practice like right before you touch the ball, taking your cam off and just booming it. I don't typically always do that with power shots. I have a better time power shotting with my ball cam on. If I practiced it more, I would probably be better at power shots overall, but my comfort zone and the way that I can consistently hit the ball on a power shot relies upon my car cam, and it does for some people, but for the majority of people, if you are going for a power shot, you should, as long as you can like get a good transition of knowing the timing of when to take your ball cam off, most people find it a lot easier to power shot with ball cam off, like in a quick transition. Like you ball cam it all the way up to this point, then snap your ball cam off and boom it. That'll get your accuracy like typically pretty good, like usually way better than if you ball cam it. I have a hard time playing that way. I got to work on it myself, but there wasn't really a misplay from you here, except for that you could have just mechanically played it a little bit better. Nothing fancy either, just something as simple as the power shot or the catch on your head would have been fine. It pops up. I don't know how me and Ghostly are recovering from this dilemma. I land super awkward on the wall. Ghost recovers before I do. How does he continue in this? This continuation of his, hang on. He hits it, punches out, he's still flipping through, I'm still getting knocked around. He lands before me. Try and cut right here, Ghost, as soon as you can, and go straight back. Magix already has the ball. Alright, you're landing. Magic's gonna have the ball. You're gonna want to cut in behind him. You're going to want to make a deeper cut in behind him where you've already committed to arcing that far forward. Unless you're going to sit here and wait, like you're going to have to sit and wait like right about this zone, or if you're going to try and wait for an aerial redirect or something, or a pass. But you decided to cut in behind him, but you cut in way too close to him. So what you're going to want to do instead is when you're coming out of a position like that, unless, like I said, unless you're waiting here for the aerial redirect pass thing, cut in a little deeper right here, because you came out way far. Here you go, like right here. You should be cutting with your power slide and be right here. You're over there, you should be right here in between this pad and where you are. And then you should be this way, a little further, cut, and sort of be ready for it to come left, or up following it that way. You did get up to it. So let's see. And I'm coming off the wall, kind of awkward here. I should be, I don't know why I just gunned out straight like that, like a fucking idiot. I think maybe that I saw enemy to my left and thought I was gonna get demoed, so I didn't go left or something. I should have gone left though. I should have absolutely just cut left. I got in Magic's way like a fucking moron, so that's entirely my bad. I don't even know what excuse I can really make for this. Coming off the wall. I got 74 boosts. I don't know what my issue is. There was no reason for me to gun out like that. None at all. Literally none whatsoever. should have 100% been a land and then cut left. 100%. I completely fucked Magic up in that. I have no excuse for that. That's just dog shit fucking play right there. Ghost, while your cut was not as accurate as it could have been, you still ended up in a well enough position, it seems, because nobody went for the ball. I mean, that's not your fault that you missed that. You could have been up a little sooner. You could have been positioned a little bit better, you know, whatever. But ultimately, that was me fucking up Magic that caused all that chaos. But again, little adjustments on all of our parts will help us play together as a whole. So whatever you're doing wrong, try to do it better, and together we'll play better. And whatever I'm doing wrong, I really gotta fucking work on, because sheesh, boy, sheesh. Alright. Good hit. Alright, that guy. Hang on, I'm trying to figure out what I'm lost here. Ghost goes for that hit, okay. I've clinically fucked up Magic now. He should be rotating in net, or have gotten that boost at least. He should have gotten that boost. He hesitated. Okay. Alright, so from here, Magic should have just looked for the boost and cut sooner than that to get it, because now he's missed it. And then he would have been either turning up to challenge the ball right now, up that wall right there, which would have been ideal because I would have still been getting back into that. So, for Magic's recovery from my fuck up, he should have been able to come back, follow about the dotted line, and cut up, or been ready to cut up and over. The safer play though, since it was just like, it was so close to where he was coming, like this is how fast he was moving, probably would have been right about here where he got the boost. That guy was already that close to the ball. That's about how fast it was moving from his perspective too, I believe. Fuck me. Yeah, so it was moving pretty fast by the time he got to the boost. If he'd picked it up, that guy would have been there right about then. So Magic's really only option would have been to turn up the wall in the direction he was going, and I should have not been a nincompoop. And what I should have done, while Magic was rotating up the back wall, ready to receive what could be an over-the-head banger or something, what I should have done was I should have been rotated in here, and I should have gone across, gotten a pad, at least this pad if nothing else, and I should have cut to corner and cut inward and been ready for anything grounded, including what's about to come right now. Then I could have at least backed up into it and saved it. And it looks like Magic's a beast anyways, and he saves it. So. Ghost was recovering from his touch still, so he's still out of play for a while. Magic didn't make a bad play. I'm still waiting in net. Ghost got the shit bump out of him. What the fuck just happened? Yeah, that's what I was talking about, going up the midfield. I tend not to try and like do that unless I'm like gunning for a player and trying to demo them, because shit like that tends to happen. You did take him out of the play though, so that's good. But you almost took Magic out too. I think Magic saw it coming and adjusted. Oh, he actually didn't see it coming. Okay. Took your ball cam. Whoa, wait. Why'd you take your ball cam off there, bro? Oh, hell to the nah. Nah, bro, no. That is a terrible time to take your ball cam off. Right there. You need to leave your ball cam on. That thing goes soaring over your head. My stupid ass. Hold on. I'm right here. And to me, it looks like you bang that. So I'm coming out a little bit. I should have played that more cautiously. That was my fault. I should have, maybe if I was going to push out, pushed out only slightly. Because I come in, I turned entirely wrong for that. No reason I should have. Absolutely no reason for this garbage play. Not only should I have come in and across, but I came in and I turned in a completely useless direction. Now I'm all the way out, and I came out all the way of the net. I should have been right here. Instead I came all the way out of the net. Like, even I can fucking, like, dude, what's wrong with me? I see that bang out. I know that guy's there. I don't know what the fuck. I got 50 fucking boost. I'm going for a fucking corner. What a fucking idiot. Look at this fucking dumbass. Fucking garbage. This is embarrassing to watch. What a fucking moron. That's so pathetic, dude. I even used the boost to go for the corner pad, and you guys are headed right at it. Fucking retard. Oh, shit. Alright, well. But yeah, you shouldn't have taken, like, my fuck-ups are clearly way worse, but you shouldn't have taken your ball cam off there, because that could banged over your head. I should have been there for it for sure, but yeah. Should have left your ball cam on to see what was going to develop. I don't really know. I don't really know why you took it off when you touched it, because then you didn't see that somebody hit it. And when you're playing with Nates, you know, you gotta be ready for anything. Yeah, you didn't see until you were right here and turned your ball cam back on that it had been hit towards our net. So, had you not seen that and made this save, that would have been a goal. My fault. Absolutely my fault. But, you know, just saying, for your own improvement, when you're playing with garbage people like me, just make sure that in that instance, that's not a good time to take your ball cam off when the ball's that close to you and that far and that much in front of our net with like a bunch of people piled up in front of you. Not a good idea. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing now. My stupid ass. Fucking grab that boost. Got in everybody's way. Ghostly's kind of just rotating through here. He got bumped. He couldn't do much, so, you know, he's doing the best he can. Doesn't really know where to go. That's not really his fault. Magic makes the save. Ghost does the best he can. He avoids us all. He makes a good play in the end. Good Ghost. He actually saves our rotation there because I sure as fuck didn't. I come out after Magic gets bumped. I go past him because I know he's not going to recover in time. Magic breaks off to the right. Good choice. Start rotating back in. Cover the backboard. Ghost's got the carry. Nice fucking bump, dude. So that wasn't a bad play altogether. I mean, I see he's not gonna get it. He immediately breaks off, so that's good. Ghost is in behind. Ghost should have stayed right there. He went a little far forward. I wouldn't go as far forward as he just did. Ball gets hit here, starts to go up the wall. Magic, you had enough time to turn, right? But that guy grabbed the boost, so I can't fault you for anything there. And then I turned on the wall here to be ready to go down center. One of you should have gone for that. Where it's as high as it is, I would say that Magic, you probably should have called that, and Ghost, you should have been waiting back where I said you should have been, which is right here, because his options really were to hit it high where the ball was arcing and hit it right in this general pocket right here, or to fake it and go low here. And Ghost would have been here. Magic would have had it on the back wall right there. So, and then I would have been coming across cleanly in net and probably should have pushed out this way. So we'll see how that develops from there, but it looks like we get a final goal in the end, ultimately, which is good. It's a nice little backup, keep that guy screened. Good fucking play, dude. Alright. How the hell did I... Wait. How the hell did I whiff that? Did I get faked?
No, I just suck. I'm just garbage. I'm absolutely dog shit. Look at that, 74 fucking boost. Bump my teammate and whiff the ball. Fucking retard. That's okay, because Magic forces that guy to fucking smack it, and I actually do a useful thing and sink the net. And that there is gonna be game. That's really all I got for this replay now, y'all. Hey now. I'm gonna send it on over. Who's watching me? Who's this? Let me check real quick. Hey! Yeah, I'm just going over the replay analysis. I'm gonna send this one over to the thing, and then I'm done with replay analysis for the day.